Hello there, and welcome to a brand new character profile. You know, everybody has that one thing that is so innocent and nostalgic, it practically turns them into mush when looking at them. And for me, there are two of those that hold this crazy power over me. One is the green alien from Toy Story, but I already did a character profile on him. The other one is Winnie the Pooh. A.A. Milne's beloved creation has spawned a massive merchandise run courtesy of the Walt Disney Company and is the epitome of childhood innocence with its simple drawings and characteristic optimism. I find it hard to actively hate anything related to Winnie the Pooh, including the lesser efforts. But how did this willy-nilly, silly old bear first come to be? Let's take a look, shall we? The inspiration for this character and the rest of the residents of the 100-Acre Wood came from A.A. Milne's son, Christopher Robin. He had an entire collection of toy animals, but his personal favorite was a bear called Winnie the Pooh, who he named after a bear in the London Zoo, himself named after the Canadian city of Winnipeg. As illustrated by Ernest Shepard, Pooh appeared in 4 of Milne's books: When We Were Very Young, Winnie the Pooh, Now We Are 6, and The House at Pooh Corner. If you haven't yet read Milne's work, they are truly excellent and quite humorous at times too. Pooh is also a likable character, and Shepard's illustrations are wonderful. As for Pooh himself, he is a teddy bear with a certain appetite for honey. He is generally cheerful and helpful to his friends and is frequently curious. I think that's a large part of his appeal, that though he's a bear of very little brain, he still manages to be thoughtful of others, and in a way, his childlike sensibilities allow him to be a good friend to all. One of his very good friends is Christopher Robin, inspired by Milne's own son. There's also Piglet, a little timid pig that lives in Trespass's Will, and is usually the one to accompany Pooh on his many adventures.
Glad to meet you. Name's Tigger. T-I-G-G-R. That spells Tigger. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tigger the wonderful thing. The tops are made out of rubber, the bottoms are made out of spring. The bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, fun, 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 fun. But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is I'm the only one.
Then there's the bouncy and energetic Tigger, who is constantly bouncing about, sometimes to the annoyance of Rabbit and Eeyore. Speaking of Eeyore, what are you doing here? You just appeared out of nowhere. Eeyore is a typically gloomy donkey who lives in a house of sticks that have a penchant for falling down, mainly thanks to Tigger. He also has a tail that keeps getting unattached, but it manages to find its way back on again. Frankly, for a character who doesn't get that much attention in the 100-Acre Wood, Eeyore is personally one of my favorites, up there with Pooh. As for Rabbit, he's somewhat of a lead of the group, making plans and trying to put them all in line. He's also a major environmentalist, as he spends a lot of the time cultivating his garden. Kang and Roo are the new neighbors in the 100-Acre Wood, with Kanga acting as a mother figure of sorts for the other animals. Roo is a hyperactive son, always hopping along with Tigger, his favorite of the residents in the wood. Through the adventures in Milne's stories, Winnie the Pooh and friends have celebrated birthdays, gone on an expedition to the North Pole, and even invented a game named Pooh Sticks. So how Pooh Sticks generally work is you need a bridge and 2 or more people along with sticks of different sizes. And how it works is you need to throw the sticks on one side of the bridge, depending on the current, and then you go to the other side of the bridge, and whichever stick comes out first wins. And this was popularized in the A.A. Milne stories, and it was later depicted in Disney's short film of Winnie the Pooh and A Day for Eeyore. Let's make a demonstration, shall we? So here are the 2 sticks in my hand of different sizes, and now I'm going to throw them into the river, and then we'll rush off to the other side, okay? And 1, 2, 3, and go! Alright, look at them go. On the other side, let's see. And which one comes out first? Oh, see? Bigger one came out first, right there. And once again, the rocks are gonna get it, and who knows where that thing's gonna go. See you, bye bye. The books have been massively popular over the years, and in 2009, David Benedictus published the first sequel in over 80 years, Return to the 100-Acre Wood. The book managed to successfully replicate Shepard's illustration style and Milne's unique writing, and from what I've read from it, it is very good. It even introduced a new character named Lottie the Otter. course, while Milne's versions of the characters are still very much remembered, so have been Disney's versions of them. In 1966, Winnie the Pooh appeared in his first Disney short, Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, which introduced many of the staples of the new franchise, including his iconic theme song written by the Sherman Brothers.
Winnie the Pooh, chubby little cubby, all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly, silly old bear. Winnie the Pooh, chubby little cubby, all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly, silly old bear.
It also introduced the character of Gopher, who even admitted that he's not in the book. One clever use in the shorts introduced here was the fact that the characters broke the fourth wall as they knew they lived inside a storybook. The Honey Tree was a truly excellent short with some hilarious moments and memorable songs. It was acclaimed enough to lead to the second short, Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day. This short brought Piglet and Tigger into the Disney Pooh universe, with the latter played wonderfully by Paul Winchell. It also showed the Heffalumps and Woozles, who appear in a frightening dream sequence to Pooh. This was yet another terrific short that earned Walt Disney his last Oscar for Best Animated Short. In 1974, we got Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2, the last of these three shorts originally planned by Disney himself. This focused more on Tigger, though Pooh was still a primary focus of it, and it would be the last time Sterling Holloway would provide the voice of Winnie the Pooh, as he would later be portrayed by Hal Smith, and then later by Jim Cummings. In 1977, all three of these shorts were combined into one feature, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, like how Walt had originally intended before deciding to make them shorts, to familiarize Milne's characters with American audiences.
Pooh, what do you like doing best in the world?
What I like best is me going to visit you and you saying, how about a smackerel of honey?
I like that too.
In 1983, how did you get... Never mind. In 1983 came another short, Winnie the Pooh and a Date for Eeyore, in which they celebrate Eeyore's birthday after Tigger bounces on him. I watched the short frequently when I was younger, and while it's still cute and funny, it doesn't quite hold up as well as the first three shorts, mainly due to the obvious animation inconsistencies. Nonetheless, any short with Eeyore in the starring role is at the very least worth watching, in my opinion.
Tigger's all right, really.
Of course he is.
Everybody is, really. That's what I think. But I don't suppose I'm right.
Of course you are, silly old bear.